and caught up in a storm. That's the TNT Soca Warriors as they get ready to face the United States on Tuesday in their final group phase World Cup qualifier. The Warriors arrived in Florida on Saturday morning and braved the rainy conditions to hold 2 sessions on Sunday as they prepare for the game that will decide the group winners. TT currently leads the table with 11 points, with the Americans a point adrift. They need a win to make certain of holding off Guatemala, the only other team that could mathematically catch them, with a win over St. Vincent and the Grenadines and a U.S. loss to Trinidad and Tobago. The Warriors will have their mandatory walkthrough on the match venue this afternoon ahead of tomorrow's crucial encounter, which kicks off at 8 p.m. The game looks likely to go ahead as planned, as the threat of Hurricane Hermine has subsided. Now, even though there was a lot of rainfall in the area, which could make for a slippery playing surface. And Ruskin Mark, our C-Sport director, is with us to give us a little bit of an insight into what we can expect. Ruskin?
Hi, good day to you.
What can we expect tomorrow for that World Cup qualifying match between Trinidad and Tobago and the U.S.?
As is the custom between these two countries, this is expected to be another tough one for both of them. The Americans, of course, at home, they'll be expected to win, and they need a win to try to top the group, because I think that would be Klinsmann's aim and his motivation for this particular game. But I think Trinidad and Tobago, despite the fact that they're not playing as well as they would like, and coming off that 2-2 draw with Guatemala, the coach has indicated as much, that they didn't play their best game, so he's hoping for much improved performance on Tuesday, and that by itself should make for a very interesting battle. But it's not going to be an easy game for either team.
All right, thank you very much, Ruskin Mark. They're giving us a little bit of insight into what we can expect when the TNT Soca Warriors take on the United States tomorrow at 8 p.m. So exciting match to look forward to. In basketball now, and Caledonia Clippers wanted to win this one for slain coach Williams Marquis, and they did it in style on Saturday, beating national champions Police in the Mayaro Basketball League at the Mayaro Indoor Facility. An inspiring performance for the team, who lost their coach when he was shot and killed in Mova on Thursday. Ian Weason was at the game and has more. Good afternoon, Ian. Ian Weason is on the line. Ian, tell us about the game on Saturday.
Hey, good afternoon. It was a very interesting game, with Police under pressure from the opening whistle, or from, as we say in basketball, from tip-off. Police, who is normally a dominating team, winning the national championships as well as the North Zone, they were under the fire, especially playing without Adrian Joseph, who seems to be rested, and Dexter Emanswell, who is a very powerful power forward / center who would dominate in the paint. He's currently playing, engaged in a professional contract in the U.S. Virgin Islands. So Caledonia Clippers themselves, because this is not a sanctioned competition from the NBFCT, teams can draft in players from different zones and different teams, and of course they took advantage of that. The Clippers, they took in Aku Pascal, who is normally playing with Petro Jazz, and of course they got Sean Lawrence back from a long injury layoff, and they really executed well. At one time, Police were trailing by about 17 points, and despite missing Adrian Joseph and Dexter Emanswell, they still had firepower in Fabrice Fisher and Wesley Vincent, and they brought the game back to about 4 points. But then, of course, Clippers not wanting to give up a 17-point win to eventually lose. That would have been very embarrassing. They eventually held on for a 91-87 win. Now, what was significant for that win, that's the first game they would have played without their last coach, William Marquis. Remember, he was shot and killed the last Thursday in Mova, and they actually dedicated not only the game to him, but they want to win the tournament. They want to win the Mayaro basketball tournament for William Marquis.
All right, thank you very much, Ian Weason. Ian Weason just giving us a roundup of the basketball activity which took place on Saturday. Now, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley hosted the 2016 Trinidad and Tobago Olympics team at his residence on Sunday. Dr. Rowley said he was disappointed at untoward comments directed at the athletes in recent times, and instead commended them for making the sacrifices required to get their talent on the world stage. Prime Minister Rowley urged the athletes to always do their best and to marry talent with attitude. Dr. Rowley said the government intends to nurture sport from the primary school level with proper coaching and competition, all the way up to university level with a view to promote careers in sport. With just a couple of days to go before Wednesday's opening of the Paralympics, organizers are hoping that a late surge of interest will help them fill seats, stretch budgets and avoid criticism that the second stage of the Rio 2016 will be remembered as the neglected games. Financial cuts, downgraded facilities, volunteer shortfalls and poor ticket sales have overshadowed the countdown to the opening ceremony at the Maracana Stadium, prompting fears that the events could be even more sparsely attended than that of the Olympics, which was held last month. Barely half of the 2.5 million tickets for the 500 medal events have been sold despite very low prices. Activists said that filling seats was important not just to boost support for competitors, but to maximize the transformative impact of the Paralympics, as an experience like this can change the way people without disabilities think about those who live with them.